Polish Pete. This is another vlogging video. I'm eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. Welcome to my channel. It's already almost 8. It's Friday, almost 8 o'clock. I got a proper cold, guys. Yeah, couldn't get out of bed. A bit rough night, to be fair. I've got skills. I'm gonna do them, but I can't find the scissors, which is a boomer. Oh yeah, I didn't check that pocket. I've got them. Yeah, I'm gonna tackle the tartan stock today. Hopefully we'll finish it. And I'm gonna jump on that bale of tops. And unless Gasman won't come today, I'm gonna stay here till evening. If he will come today, I'll have to go home. An update on that order of eBay packaging that I didn't apply my voucher on. So I've ordered, I didn't apply voucher. I wrote to them, please cancel this order. It took them 3 days to reply for that message saying order is already processed. The order came. I left them negative feedback just because it took them 3 days to reply my message. Guess how much time has it taken them to reply to my negative feedback? 2 hours. They have sent me a message how they can rectify the problem. So I replied, first of all, you can rectify the problem first of all by explaining me why it took you 3 days to reply my message about canceling the order, and it took you 2 hours to reply my negative feedback. If you can explain that, we can work together. If you can't explain that, go fuck yourselves, basically. Sorry for the language. Yeah, and we will see what will they apply. Now, let's do some work. So after pulling everything out of the bags and after photographing a good chunk of it, what can I say about that tartan haul? I'm not associated with them. They didn't pay me to do it. They didn't give me any discounts, any free stock. I've paid full price with no discounts, like I said, with postage on top, and it was all together for 2 bags of 25 kilo. It was all together £194 and 70 pence, postage included, delivery included, which works out almost £100 per bag. To me, in my books, that's expensive. For you, it may not be expensive. It may be cheap, but for me, it is expensive, especially for what it was in the bags. That gives you roughly about just above £1 per item. So I'm judging that. I've got a cheat sheet to say everything that I want to say. So I'm judging that just by those 2 bags that I have bought and received. I do understand bags can be different. One bag can be worse than the other. One bag can be better than the other. I do understand that. I know that. But this is what I have. This is what I'm judging it on, basically. Yeah. If I have bought 1 bag, I would judge them by 1 bag. So in 2 bags altogether, there was about a dozen items that either needed to be washed or needed to be wiped out. I've managed to I've managed to wipe out the stains out of 3 items. Rest have gone to the wash. It's okay. Not good, not bad, it's okay. There was no rips, no missing buttons, no major stains that made the item unsellable or unwashable. So that is a grade A. There were a few items with tags. However, none of those tags made the difference. If it's a cheap item, it's a cheap item. You are not going to get more money for Primark top that has a tag or doesn't have a tag. And for example, one item with a tag had to go to the wash. So that tag will be ruined anyway, so you have to cut it out anyway. There was about 90 items per bag. Just above that 90, between 90 and 100. But if you exclude like youth size, exclude a few items that were just not good enough to sell individually, you will end up with, and those items that had to go to the wash, you will end up with 90 items, roughly. Maybe even less. Now, very heavy on cheap brands. Very heavy on cheap brands. Bulk of the load was cheap brands. And I mean not 40%, not 50%, a bulk of a load. I would say 80%, 70% maybe. Brands like Primark and all that goes around Primark, Matalan and all that goes around Matalan, Peacocks, Papaya and all that stuff, Tesco, George, and similar. Yeah, and I count TU as a decent brand. Yeah, so that was, those cheap brands was everything up below TU. Yeah, very heavy on tops. Very heavy on tops. I would say there was between 2 bags, there was about 70 tops, 65, 70 tops. So that has to be taken into consideration. Those tops made the quantity here. Yeah, those tops made the numbers. But also there was a lot of heavy jeans. Yeah, so your Primark jeans, Tesco jeans, George jeans, stuff like that. There was significant number of them, and these made the weight. So in, excuse me, so somebody's phoning. So these have made the weight. So in any given circumstances, I would rather have 4 to 5 Tesco tops instead of 1 pair of Tesco jeans, because I would rather sell those 5 Tesco tops for 4 or 5 quid each than 1 pair of Tesco jeans for 7 quid. Yeah, or even less. So plus postage. So yeah, those jeans made the weight, and that was not good. But I do understand that it will be mixed. Yeah. There were also some coats and jackets as well that were making that weight. Lots of small sizes. I mean lots of small sizes, including 4, 6 and 8, which are dudes, which are absolutely dudes on eBay. Size 4 and size 8, you may as well stick it for $2.99 plus postage and never sell it for 3 years time. You may be lucky, but yeah, most of the times you will struggle with selling these. Right, about those cheap brands, one more thing that I've remembered, quite a lot of fast fashion, which I include to that cheap brands, because eBay is flooded with fast fashion. New items going like for 4 quid free postage. Yeah, so yeah, so I include fast fashion like Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, Nasty Gal, stuff like that. I include that as cheap brands. So with those small items, like I've said, you can stick them. You will probably end up selling at least half of them for like 1.99, 2.99 plus postage, which will barely give you a break even, not to mention covering the cost of labor. Yeah, so the workload involved in selling them will be like never paid, to be fair. Next, good brands. So I had one diesel jacket, denim jacket, and one Roman top within those 2 bags, and that's it. That's it about good brands, and that's not enough. Right, decent brands. So by decent brands I mean Dorothy Perkins, Marks and Spencer, Debenhams brands, better Debenhams brands, like, I don't know, Principles, or stuff like that. Some designer brands from Debenhams, for example. Yeah. So very, brands that I believe you can make like 10 to 15 pounds postage included on eBay. So Marks and Spencer, you stick it on eBay, it's perfectly correct to assume you're gonna get 8 to 10 pounds plus postage for it. Yeah. So I would say in both bags altogether combined there was about 30, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. I would rather a bit more than a bit less, but let's say 30 of them. Yeah. So yeah, so they will probably make you about 150 quid. Well, make me about 150 quid out of those decent brands, plus those good brands. I will be lucky to break even on these, which is not ideal because I will have to break even on cheap brands, which I always like to think that good brands should give me the cost that I have paid plus something on top, and then the rest of the cheap brands, it will be all gravy. It won't be the case in this lot. Money is to be made out of these bags. If you think you buy them, you get what I was given, and you're gonna lose money, no, you won't. You're gonna earn money, but they won't make you rich by any means. By any means. If you can take 20 items a day out of the bag, photograph and list, then you are all right. You're gonna tackle the bag within 1 week, and that should bring you about 300 pounds out of the bag, one bag. So I've got 2 bags. If you are able to do 20 a day, you're gonna get 300 pounds for 1 week, 300 pounds for the second week of your work, which is slightly above average, slightly above minimum wage. Yeah, before tax. I mean, 300 pounds before tax after all expenses paid. Tackling 20 items a day is that easy. Yeah, to photograph 20 items, I would say maximum 2 hours, even if you're slow. Listing 20 items, maximum 3 hours, even you are that slow. Because literally listing 10 items per hour is not that a great achievement. Yeah, so you can tackle that bag in 1 week working part-time, say 4 to 5 hours a day, easily, even if you are just starting and you are slow as ketchup flowing out of the bottle. Yeah. So you have to be the judge if 300 pounds a week for working half a day is good enough. For me, in normal circumstances, it would be good enough, just about, but in the circumstances that I'm in right now, it's not good enough. Uh, and the last point, will I order from them again? And it's a very hard question. I would love to say no, and I would love to say yes. If that was a tiny little bit better, I would order from them again without hesitation. If there was, across those two bags, if there was 20 more Next and Marks and Spencer items, and let's say 10 more good brands, I would be there buying more. But there wasn't. And like they say in Poland, never say never. So I'm not like crossing them out entirely. I'm leaning towards giving them second chance and judging after that second chance. I don't know, maybe buy 2-3 bags again, or maybe go there by car, pack 8 bags into the car, come here, and after 8 bags I would be able to say, yeah, this is definitely what they have in every single bag. Yeah, because after 10 bags, yeah, you can't get 10 bad bags, or you can't get 10 very good bags. So yeah, I may give them another go, but that will be in May. If it will happen, it will happen in May. So that was it. That was my final and impartial review of the bags from Tartan Wholesale. I will put the videos from unboxing them, so stick around, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss them. Alright guys, I'm signing off. It's 5:30. I thought I will do better, but still kind of productive day. However, like I said, I thought I'm gonna do better, but I've wasted an hour watching the live stream and watching the live stream from that Tartan Wholesale, because they're supposed to open the bags, but I thought it's going to be more like, they will open the bag and pull every single item out and show people what's in the bag. Yeah, in the generic bag. But hey, that's the way it is. So really a wasted hour. So I've done, where is it? 113 today. Again, I thought I'm gonna do more, but I was going through that tartan stock, so it wasn't like there was like 200 skirts and I was going through the skirts, boom 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 boom, it was everything. So I've done it in batches, like all tops, all trousers, all jeans, all shorts and stuff like that. But then when I went through all the easy ones and I've started to do jumpsuits and dresses and stuff like that, and open front tops, I've slowed down significantly, because like I was like on 80, I don't know, maybe around noon, honestly, or maybe a bit later. But yeah, I've slowed down significantly and I got tired as well. But hey, still 100 items a day is a good job. So 113 done, which puts us at 1241 total. And good news, I bought stock again. Honestly, I will have to figure it out where I will get my money to pay my bills next month, because I've spent everything I had, and eBay paid me the money on Tuesday, and that money is almost gone already because I was buying stock. Anyway, I've bought four bags of 10 kilo from my trusted supplier, because they gave me an offer that I couldn't just resist. 35 quid delivered, guys. 35 quid delivered per lot. I was paying that in 2019. Uh, I'm kind of glad, but the thing is, I don't know if it will come soon enough for me to work it, because I'm going on Saturday, next Saturday, not the Saturday coming, not tomorrow, or you are watching it probably on Sunday or whatever. So I'm going on the Saturday, and it's super early morning, so I'm not going to work on Friday as well, because I'll have to pack myself and everything else. And it's a school holiday, so we have to go to Manchester to Polish consulate, because my younger son's passport has run out, so we have to apply for the new one. Forget it. Too much talking. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, which will be in a moment. Hello, it's Sunday, Saturday, about 7:30. I just came here. The plan for today is, before it gets bright, proper bright, all collapse during the night. So before it gets bright and I can start photographing, I have to bring some tops from downstairs over here from that last bale. I still have few items from that tartan haul to photograph, but I'm gonna skip them. I will start to do those tops. I'll do those bits and pieces from tartan, excuse me, later when I finish with the tops. I have to go home at 10, because Gasman sent me a text that he's gonna be there between 10 and 12. So depending on time that he will come, I may not come back, because if he'll come at 12 and then stay there for an hour or an hour and a half, then I won't come back here. Yeah, because it's Saturday. If he'll come, 10ish, I may come back here for about 2 hours. We'll see. One more thing that I would like to add to that tartan haul. There were some items like Nike and Adidas, but I don't class them as super decent. First of all, I don't class Nike and Adidas as like good brands. Yeah, for some they may be good, but for me, they are just brands. Second, I don't class them as decent items because they are not in my demographics. So demographics of your customers is very, 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 very important. And knowing that demographics is even more important. So my customers are rather older or mature. There's not many like people in like teenagers or people in their 20s buying from my shop, and eBay knows it, algorithm knows it, and algorithm doesn't send many people like that to my shop. That's why I have a problem with selling very small items, like say 6 or 8, because there is not many people in their 40s, ladies in their 40s, that wear size 6 or 8. Let's face it, that's the reality. I'm not saying there is no ladies like that, but I'm saying there's not much ladies. There's not many ladies like that. So to sell active wear items for me is very hard, because algorithm just doesn't send the traffic like that to my listings. And that is why I don't class all those Nike and Adidas and other active wear brands as good brands for me, and good items for me, decent items for me, because I always have a problem with selling them, because I have to find customers out of my demographics, out of the traffic that eBay sends me usually. And if eBay's algorithm sees that most of my customers are in their 40s or older, there is no point for the algorithm to send me 20 years old customers, 20 years old traffic, because they don't know if I'm gonna convert it. So algorithm would rather send me that 40 years old traffic, because it knows that I'm gonna convert it into the sale. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add. Quite important in my opinion. So I'll better start doing something, because I talk too much, I do not enough. It's 12:30. Yeah, 12:30, and I'm back. Gasman was there. Good news is I will have enough money to do it, to replace that boiler. Sort of a bad news is that we are not going to do it now. We are going to do it next time I'm in UK, which will be probably in May. He said, just text me that you landed, and 3 days from this point I will come and replace that boiler. So yeah, so good job. I will have 3 days to dismantle that cupboard, which shouldn't take me more than 1 day really. And yeah, he's gonna do it. He gave me the price, signed it, and said, give me that piece of paper and this is what you're going to pay. It will not go a penny more. So guys, it's quarter to five, is it? Yeah, quarter to five, and I'm going. I've got enough. I'll include tomorrow's footage in this video as well, because it's not going to be a lot, isn't it? Anyway, I've done 105 today, 105, which is decent, taking into consideration the fact that I had to go home to sort out that gas man. That puts us at 1346 in total, which is decent again. Hopefully tomorrow I will do at least 50, or to push it to 1400. And then Monday I'm going to Manchester, but I think I'm going afternoon, so I'll probably do some 5 hours work in the morning, but I have to do dispatch as well. Then it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday I don't think I'm gonna work. Maybe just bits and bobs, but I don't think so. Yeah, hopefully those lots from my trusted supplier, they will arrive on Wednesday the latest, so I can photograph them on Thursday. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole videos from them, because I'll probably run out of time. We will see how much I'm going to do by the Thursday. Yeah, take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow, which will mean in a moment. Good morning guys, it's Sunday, What time is it? Is it 8 already? Yes, it is 8 already. We had an adventure again with the person that I care for, but my wife has helped me, so we've managed in a decent time, about 45 minutes. Yeah, but I'm already tired. Anyway, I've got my skills, which I'm gonna do now. These are to fill up stock, to fill up boxes on in the loft, and I will carry on with the tops from the last bale. I don't think I'm gonna finish them today. Maybe if I'm lucky. Starting this Monday coming, not Monday, starting this Friday coming, I will have whole videos for you. I have uploaded 2 videos from that Tartan haul, so you will be able to see it. And if you ordered from Tartan, just let me know if I was just unlucky with them, or if that's really what you got as well. So I know if I should give them another chance or not. There will be 4 videos altogether, because I split each bag into 2 videos to make it like 20 minutes long. I didn't want to make like 45 minutes video. Yeah, so that's from Friday. Before the 3rd Friday from now, I will upload the other 2 as well, so you're gonna watch them all in the month time. Yeah, let's do some work. It's 11 o'clock, maybe 11:15. Yeah, I must have done close to 50, maybe even reached 50 already. Didn't count them yet. Yeah, it's going okay. And to be perfectly come on, to be perfectly honest with you, if somebody has bought this bale and shown me that, I would say, yeah, it's a quite decent bale, to be fair. But yeah, I needed to buy 6 bales to get a decent bale, so taking into consideration that the other bales weren't that great, it's not sustainable, isn't it? I went to British Used Clothing yesterday on their website. I think the rumor is owner has changed, but I'm not sure if that's true. But the rumor is that owner has changed, and they start to sell in bales now. So for the 50 kilo bale, they want, well, it's different, like skirts, dresses, tops, trousers, and the prices are different. But for example, for skirts, they want £190 plus postage, so a bit steep for grade A. Now, if I knew this grade A is good, you know, it's still £4 per kilo, so doable. But if that bale is half decent, then it's a bit expensive. Obviously that's grade A, and they also have a cream or superb or something like that. So premium mix, they have also premium mix. So I suspect all those best items are in the premium mix, so they are not in the grade A mix. So, and that premium mix is flipping extortionate prices. It's like, I don't know, was it like 100 and odd for 10 kilo. No, I'm to be fair, go and check it out because I don't remember, but it was very, very high, very, very high. So yeah, it's hard to find a good supplier with a decent prices and good stock. I'm calling it a day. It's Sunday. I need to go home, do some jobs there for 2 hours or so, and I can start my weekend then. Anyway, I've done 60 today, which puts me at 1406 in total, which is okay, which is alright. I need to say one more thing about the stock. I know I'm flipping boring, but guys, you have to understand that my trouble with stock at the moment is some sort self-inflicted. I've made few errors in last 4 months which have put me into this trouble. Now, I'm not a smart guy. I couldn't see the trouble coming. So, first of all, I'll put my shoes on because my feet are flipping freezing. First of all, usually when I'm in Poland, I buy stock. Yeah, I buy stock, it gets delivered, my wife puts it to the eBay office or to the loft at home, and it's waiting for me until I come back to UK. Usually I come back and I have like 4, 5, 600 items waiting for me, good items, which puts me in the position where I have to like order another 1,000, and that's beautiful situation. If I'll order another 5, 600, that's okay. Woo! That's enough. So this time I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I had to replace my boiler, and I needed to put the money aside to replace that boiler. So I was like, oh, I would really love to buy this stock, but will I be able to save enough money for the boiler? Oh, no, I'll skip it. There will be plenty of opportunities later. And I didn't buy anything, literally anything. Last, I don't know, 2 weeks before I came here, I've bought 2 lots from my trusted supplier, and then as soon as I arrived, I bought 4 lots again. On the other hand, I had 2 deals that I was negotiating. Well, let's say I was negotiating, but I had 2 deals. Both of them were flipping good deals. Well, good in terms of there was a lot of stock. So one deal was 4,000 items, yeah, and the lady wanted 2.5 grand cash. The trouble was they were all small sizes, like up to 14. Like she has put in the description 10 to 14, because that was her stock. That was her own clothing, if you know what I mean. That was a private person selling off her own clothing. Must be shopaholic or something. She said everything is in good nick, but it has been stored in the storage, self-storage, in a shipping container. And her husband, as far as I was able to say, was some sort of motorcycle mechanic or something like that. So I said, flipping hell, they may be, you know, even if they are clean, They may be smelly due to the damp conditions that they were stored in. So I said, I've got no means to wash them because the washing machine that I've got here is dead, so I would need to buy a new one. Then she wanted 2.5 grand. I didn't have that kind of money. I was like, I'll try to talk her down to 2 grand. But I've sent her several messages and she didn't reply to any of them. In a week before I was coming here, I've sent her probably half a dozen messages. Hey, will you accept £2,000 for it? I can come and pick it up. We can sort it out, blah, 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 blah. I have to do a couple of runs, but I will pick them up. Or, but I need £2,000 because it's petrol money and all that, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I was greedy. I was flipping greedy because I wanted 50p per item. I should have flipping bought it for 2.5 grand and worry about the money later. Yeah. So that was a one deal. A second deal was a bit different. That was 2,000 items and she wanted 4 grand for it. So yeah, I was like, that is in too much. She was a reseller who wants to get out of business and she wanted to make money while getting out of the business, because obviously she paid less than £2 each for those items. So I have offered her £1 for everything that is 16 or bigger and 50p for all the rest. She said no. After probably around 5 days of thinking, she said no. I would rather sell it on eBay for £4 each. Which sounds reasonable. She will sell it for £4 each. It will take her probably half a year, but she will sell it. So that deal didn't come true either. But I was like, no worries, Pete. You've got this fella in Birmingham. You can always go to him and buy from him. Cheap as chips. £100 for 55 kg. What can go wrong? 50p an item. Well, you know what has gone wrong. And I'm in the deep shit now. So yeah, lesson learned. And that was double stupid from me, because my motto is and always has been, when is the right time to buy stock? As soon as you see it. Doesn't matter that you've got 10,000 items on your debt pile. If you see a deal, buy it. And if it was 2 years ago and I had plenty of money in my bank, I would go and buy it. But I was greedy because money is tight. So yeah, lesson learned. Now I have to buy from my trusted supplier literally everything they have during next 3 months that I will be in Poland. So when I come here, there's at least 10 lots waiting for me, 100 kilo. Or even more, even better, 20 lots. Or even better, 30 lots. Because if I have 30 lots from them, and in every lot there is at least 30 items, I've got 1,000 items waiting for me to come and do it. And that would be ideal, because I will buy something here and there and I'll top it up to 1,500 and it's great. And there is one more thing. Last, I would say 3 times, or at least last 2 times that I was here, I was relying heavily on my debt pile. But this debt pile has shrunk. All I've got now either is not that good or needs for example, washing, because I've got like a must have half a ton of clothing. All right, 300 kilo of clothing waiting for me to get washed. Okay, 200 kilo. Yeah, but it's still 200 kilo, 1,000 items. And I need to wash it. But the washing machine that I thought is good is not good. That we had at home, we bought a new one. I brought it here because it was on its last legs. But during the moving it, it went from its last legs to being dead. Anyway, what should I have done? And it was, if it was summer, I would do it. Instead of chasing around for stock, I should take 300 pounds, buy washing machine and wash that fucking stuff. But it's winter, I didn't want to flip and dump this place, you know, with washing like 200 kg of clothing. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm struggling with stock at the moment. Okay, now I'm going home.